Indiana Outdoor Adventures TV show is coming on, and don't you know they've got a new adventure planned just for you. You'll be wishing you were in the Indiana outdoors too. It may be hunting, could be fishing, or keeping alive some old tradition from the days of long ago. Well, head on out, without a doubt, with us you can go on the Indiana Outdoor Adventures TV show.
I see.
Another king, I think, isn't it?
Back up. All right. Woo. Here's what we caught the steelhead on right here. We're after some big king. Who knows, there might be some coho out there, and we're anxious to see what all Lake Michigan and the Rodfather have to offer us today.
This is the Rodfather. She's a 30-foot pursuit, 10-foot 6 beam. I have a master's license from the U.S. Coast Guard for charter fishing. The boat is inspected by the Indiana DNR, and I'm licensed to fish in both Indiana and Michigan. We come out and fish we target 4 specific species. Our main species is Chinook salmon, coho salmon, steelhead, and brown trout. And depending on what the lake gives us that day is what we usually take. Today we're getting a mixed bag. We can target sometimes we'll target a certain type of fish if we think we can get more of that fish during the day. Right now we've been getting a lot of steelhead and the occasional Chinook and coho and the occasional lake trout.
And for those that are interested, what are some general rates, or how many people can you bring on a boat for a trip?
The U.S. Coast Guard gives us a license. It's called a 6-pack license. So all the boats are licensed to take 6 people a maximum, and so I get to take a first mate and then 6 passengers. Typically, a charter will run anywhere. If you're doing a half day, it run $650. Full day is $850. Sometimes we'll do evening charters that are shorter. We'll start in the afternoon and not run it as long. And then sometimes we just do evening cruises for vacationers who want to just come out and cruise the lake.
And where do you harbor?
Yeah, I'm out of Michigan City. We're in the Washington Park Marina, which is, we're right next to the lighthouse.
Anybody knows Michigan City or this part of Lake Michigan in northern Indiana, they all know about the lighthouse.
Yeah. So I'm right in front. I take it for granted. I said, I don't think I've ever been here for so many years, and I've never walked out to the lighthouse because I'm always driving by it. So the other thing I don't go to the outlet mall because I'm always fishing.
There you go. You know, something else that's unique about you is that besides being a charter captain, you have an MD next to your name.
Yeah, I'm a family practice doctor, but this is my actual passion, and if I have extra spare time, I'll be out here on the lake looking for fish. It's paid off in the past. I said I do say a couple of my patients will come out and we'll fish together.
How many days a year are you out on Lake Michigan fishing?
I get between 40 and 60. And
how many of those are paid charters?
Over half. I'd say it's 75-80%. Everything, because the only time I'm not if I take my family out or we're doing tournaments, we do a lot of tournaments as often as we can. I have a tournament team. One of the reasons I recommend getting a charter because the difficulty in learning how to do this. I often preach to people that there's 3 different aspects to fishing, and whether you're bass fishing, pan fishing, trout fishing in a stream, you still got to do the first one, and that is find the fish. if you were to go out and go bird hunting and just start shooting in trees, you're not going to get a bird. You got to see a bird. And then I said that's the same thing in a lake. You just don't throw a bobber and expect the fish to come to you. So this is a big lake, and I said there's so many square miles that I cover, and that's even a fraction of where the fish are. So finding the fish is the primary job of a captain. And then when you get a charter captain, you know, he usually knows where they're at. The second part is the presentation of the bait. What kind of bait? And I have 40 to 50 rods on board that different presentations, different baits. I probably have over 300 spoons down below, same amount of flies, body baits. I haven't even begun to touch the number of baits today that I carry, and the baits all depend on the condition of the lake, the time of the year, where the fish are at, and that all changes. So the first two methods, the first two things is why you get a charter captain, is finding the fish and the presentation. The third is the reason for fishing. The main part of fishing is why you get a charter boat, and that is to fight big fish. And as you've seen, is we don't always win out here. There's more than one way to lose a fish. I covered, you know, too much slack on the line, knocking them off of the net, and then of course we had a break off today of a big fish breaking off my lure, and he's swimming around there with a nice earring of lure hanging from his mouth someplace.
All right, now Worm, when you get up close to where I can grab the planer board, just stop, and I'll get the planer board. Just remember, no slack. Back up, stop, back up. You got it? Okay.
Right here.
Okay, fish.
I'm on it.
Back up.
All right.
Yeah! Woo! Woo! First fish.
Oh, the surface too. Nice fish. Good job, Worm. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
That's
Jeremy,
a coho.
Jeremy, nobody cares about your fish anymore. Troy's got a fish. Throw the fish back in the outside, Jeremy.
Okay.
Throw it back in the
You're
water.
old news now.
Just watch it. Nice fish. He's fighting.
Oh, I can feel him now. This is a bigger fish than that last one I
Troy's
caught.
about ready to tie.
Well, he might go over because it might be a big fish.
Oh, that's right. Nobody remembers the little thing.
Right.
You remember the big ones? The one that got away.
Yeah.
I think we'll always remember the one that got thrown back.
Yeah, in my case, you might remember the little one because I never got to touch it. Still ways out there.
Yeah, it is. Oh, he's fighting a lot more than that first one.
Oh, he's jumping. There he is.
Oh,
There
he's
he
way
is.
out there. Look at him move. See him out there, Jeremy?
Where's the salmon?
Way out, straight out.
Straight out.
He came up and surfaced. What's that? Oh, I see color.
Oh,
Back in away.
dip your trip down there.
Coming straight in.
Okay, back to right, back to right.
They lift up, lift up, lift up.
Yeah, good fish. Nice fish, nice fish.
Good job.
And the hook comes off.
And the hook came off. Man.
That was a good job. Well done. No slack. Otherwise you'd have lost it.
Ah, the pressure was on.
There you go.
I don't think you're going to swim back.
No, the captain had warned me if I lost this one, I was swimming back. So Oh my gosh. You know, I think the king salmon is the fish of the day that we're after here. And Robert, how much do you think we weigh here today?
8 pounds.
8 pounds, okay. You know, I'm looking at the teeth on this thing too. Jeremy, can you zoom in there just a little bit on that clamp? Can you see the teeth?
Jeff, let's tell the viewers just a little bit about, I'm always amazed on trolling with a charter boat on Lake Michigan with the number of rods that you fish with. You know, I'm a bass fisherman. I'm used to one rod, maybe a couple rods when I'm catfishing. Tell us about the different kinds of rods and how many we're fishing with today.
Well, I get 3 rods per license, so we've got 5 licenses on the board today, so I get 15 rods.
Yeah, the boat's kind of looks like a pin cushion.
Yeah, they call them porcupines when you run that many rods.
Come on, Kable, I want this one in the boat. Try a steelhead the way it was jumping.
It'll be that was deep enough for a king tuna.
Go ahead and get this.
Oh, I was right. I got a little bit of that.
Oh, you didn't have one on there.
You didn't even get that one for you?
Look at that.
I heard him say you're right.
Captain got one.
It's coho.
Making you work, Kable?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, trim me, please.
Jeremy.
You got color?
Yep.
Yeah! Oh, look at that one.
I think that might be the biggest one.
Hey, hush up there.
Yeah.
Oh my. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. There's a nice fish.
Probably about 7 pounds.
Jeff, go ahead and hold up that coho because it was a double. Step up there next to Kable.
Yep. Almost 8 pounds.
We launch generally about April 1st, take out sometime in October. October is a tough month to fish, but it can be a good month. It all depends on the weather because usually a lot of times in October I'll get like one good 3 or 4 day stretch where we can fish and the rest of it shuts down. But they come up to Michigan City. Michigan City's got a lot for families. We've got, you know, when I'm selling the charter to people, I usually mention that we got outlet malls for the wife. We've got the blue chip casino for people who like to gamble, but then we got incredible beaches. And that's one thing people don't know about the beaches up here is our sand beaches. You have to go to Florida, like Clearwater or something, to find beaches as good as ours. And it starts here in Indiana, in Indiana Dunes.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more fishing on Lake Michigan with the Rodfather, Jeremy, and Kable, and Troy.
Nice.
Wow! Guys, I think that might be a big fish of the day right there.
Very nice.
Pretty fish.
Almost 11 pounds.
Woo.
Keep backing up, Jeremy.
Nice.
Let me get a picture of you.
That's a nice fish.
Not on.
Holy cow.
He's just, it's just a solid.
Holy cow.
Whoa!
Come on, get him in, buddy. Get the life jacket out, Rob. If we make you swim back, we'll give you a life
Oh,
jacket.
got it. Okay. No, I'm not going to need it. I'm bringing this one in.
Yeah, let me check.
Thanks.
You need Kable take over a little bit.
I don't know how these guys that battle them for hours on end, the really big fish, do it.
They don't sit
Oh,
in
I
the
saw,
office.
there's some movement on the water.
Keep him in the water. Keep him in the water. Robert, get back here. Robert, get back. That's a laker.
Oh, like a lake trout, though.
Yeah, it's a lake trout. Yeah, they come in with their mouth open. They call them bucket mouth. Okay, back up now. Back up, back up, back up.
Nice fish.
Woo!
Nice fish.
Oh my gosh.
That's a nice one there.
Wow.
I am worn out from that one.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Tony.
Troy,
Oh, Troy. I told
Take
you,
two.
Troy.
No.
It's a T, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
you got your clamp?
Up near the surface.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a lake trout for the day. We've had all different kinds of species, from coho to king salmon to steelhead. And now look at the size of that lake trout. Nice little variety for the day. It's been kind of slow the last hour. We had a couple short strikes, and I love bringing in something big like this. Really gets the whole boat energized again. Let's see what else we can get.
On there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Robert, you need the net.
60 feet.
Okay, now, on this one, you're going to have to get the dipsy up there. You have to back up way back, and I'm going to have to pull this in.
You're pulling fish in by
I'll
hand?
pull the fish in.
Okay.
But be ready, because if he makes a run, I may put it back on your rod.
Okay.
You may have to let go.
I'm right behind you.
It's a lake trout.
A lake trout.
That lure was real close to the bottom. A lot of Lakers they like to hang around the bottom. So,
Is that when that was on the bottom?
yeah, that was pretty much on the bottom. That was on the outside of a turn, and it means they might want a little bit faster. We got two boats over here. Three boats. Look at that. And then your board's released, but keep that tip up. Get the board about 6 inches from the tip. You got to back up so I can get your board on.
Gotcha.
No clue yet.
Yeah, normally the fish don't jump on the norm. If you get a steelhead, they're very active. They like to catch a lot of hair.
That's why I wonder if this might be a steelhead.
Yeah,
because it jumps.
It is steelhead.
What? Say it again.
It is a steelhead.
You can tell it how.
Because it was jumping. Exactly. Back the other way, the other way, the other way. Okay, up, 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 up. Oh, you
Oh no!
What did we lose that one for? What did I do? Was there slack on it?
Yeah.
What happened?
You get a little slack right at the end.
Just that little bit of slack let him off.
That's all it takes. We'll call it Ken Dodger and a fly.
So we've got the opportunity of something coming up off the bottom here. Maybe another lake trout.
Good money in the lake trout.
I see fish. Where's that?
Still alive down there.
See it? Thank you. All right.
Landed him there.
Did. Yeah, he's a little bit smaller than the last one I brought in, but you know what? It's a little slow here in the middle of the day, and I'm going to take him. One reason is it puts me one fish up over Jeremy for the most fish of the day count. I believe that's what, Jeremy, number 5?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he still got me for the biggest and the first. Kable still wanting to come in here and take the title away from me for most, so we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
You know, we've had a really good time out here fishing on Lake Michigan, and you know, I think about the large lake trout I caught and the little coho and everything in between. I just really enjoyed catching all of them. Kable, what were the more memorable parts of today?
Well, the second fish I had today, I broke the line on, so it probably, you know, they say that the
the great big one.
Nothing makes them bigger when you lose them. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the fish was. We think it was a big brown, but it felt good. It broke. But I caught a real nice king salmon today, and just had a really good time. It was I can't say more for the accommodations of what we had. You know, I would highly recommend it. It was a good day on the water.
You know, we go to a lot of different hunting places and fishing places. We stay in some really lousy places. We had really nice hotels, rooms to stay in last night. The charter boat today was really great. Jeremy, you landed a bunch of fish today. You got the first fish of the day. What'd you think?
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I mean, first time out on a lake like this.
Yep.
And I want to thank Jeff. I want to thank Troy.
Yeah.
Thank Kable for letting me have the pole the first time, catch the first fish.
You know,
What's the biggest fish? I mean, that led to the biggest
you had the
fish.
biggest fish of the day, the first fish of the day. We didn't talk about it, like who was going to get to go first. Just boom, all of a sudden, the rod went down.
I had no doubt, Troy, that Jeremy was going to get to go first today. I mean, there was no doubt.
He kind of
I mean,
dove
yeah.
for the rod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there was no, I mean, the rod was right next to me. I almost felt like I was going to get knocked over or pushed over the boat if I didn't hand the rod to him. So, you know, that's the way it goes.
Of course, I had just told the story about fishing one time and 2 fish were caught before I had a chance to catch a fish. So I know we were all thinking like maybe we should get that first fish or 2, but that first hour and a half, we had like 2 doubles and rods were going down like crazy and species after species. What all did you catch?
See, I caught a
Steelhead, yeah.
I caught 1 king salmon, and I think the other 2 were.
I think both your other 2 were the lake trout.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just it was a great day on the water. You know, when you plan a trip in the middle of May, you never know what you're going to get. But today we had 70 degrees, no wind, and just beautiful water.
Yeah.
So it was perfect.
Of course, when we started out this morning, it was only 45 degrees.
That's correct. That's
So it warmed up to be just an absolutely beautiful day. They had storms come through yesterday, and we just really lucked out on the weather and lucked out on the fish.
Yep.
That's all we've got for today. We'll see you next time, right here on Indiana Outdoor Adventures.